Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about something that's going to hopefully bring a lot of understanding as to what is going on with the collective and many of the people that are still not aware of what's going on. Yesterday, there was a message that was brought forth from the star beings and our spirit helpers. And so yesterday's message is going to make more sense after you watch this video, because it's going to really help you understand why people are not aware of what's going on. And it'll make yesterday's message will make more sense, and why it is important to do the things that I suggest or bring forward, or tell you guys to implement into your life. And just know that if I tell you certain things for you to do, is because it's important and it's going to help you guys. It's going to help the collective. So I was sitting, trying to figure out, okay, well, I understand that there's a global spell that has been casted over humanity. And again, if this doesn't make sense, you're gonna have to watch the other videos from the past, because they all are explaining what I'm talking about. So I'll try to explain as much as possible in this video, but I also don't want to spend too much time talking about things that I've already talked about in the past. So this is very much a spiritual attack on humanity, and it's also attacking us not just spiritually but also mentally. And that's the part that I really want to emphasize on in this video, to help you understand how to undo all this. And so as a hypnotherapist, I've also shared a video in the past on how a new behavior is formed or implemented or programmed into someone. Okay, so just follow what I'm saying. And so the way that you do that is through repetition. Okay, so that's one of the ways, is if you want to break a habit, or if you want to create a new habit, is through repetition of replacing it with something better, or something that's going to take you away from doing that habit that you want to break. So you replace it with something else. But then also you have to keep doing it over and over in order for their subconscious mind to accept it as the new way, the new truth, the new association, until your conscious awareness just accepted as it being part of normal, right? So not only is there a collective spell that's happening, so that doesn't allow the people to have their critical thinking part of their mind awake to see what's happening, but it's also that they've been programmed now. So there's two things happening, and this is what I was shown, and I was like, oh my God, no wonder it's taking this long for people to really be aware of what's happening. So what Spirit is saying is that doing the things that yesterday's message was recommended from star beings, which is what I've been talking about all last year, is doing things that uplift your vibration, that are positive, that are gonna really shift your thought patterns into something just more positive, more in the love vibration, is very, very important right now. Because again, the spiritual part of this attack on humanity is to keep our vibration low. So when we do the opposite, then it raises vibration, so they cannot spiritually attack us, right? So that's one big part of it. Now the other part, as I'm saying, is then now the psychological part. And the psychological part has been done through everything that we've been watching. And so everything that we've been watching, the only way that it's going to go into our subconscious, or they're going to be able to control us, is through what is called fear tactics. Okay, so when the mind or the body go into this fear state, and I've talked about this in the past, then we go into a fight, flight, or freeze response. And so the more people go into this fear response, and they're searching for that help, because usually the humans, whenever they're afraid, most people, they don't know how to fight back or how to defend themselves. They want somebody else to do it for them. So what they're doing is now psychologically, they've created this thing that's been going on for the past year and a half. And so they did this knowing that it was going to create all this fear into the humanity. And so then what happens is once you are in that fear state, you are very heightened and your subconscious mind is open. And so then what they do is they come in and pretend that they're here to save you because they know that people are looking to be saved. But in reality, they've created this state so that they know that you're going to be open and receptive to them coming in and then telling you that they're saving you. But in reality, they are programming you by telling you, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this, because that's what's going to make things better. When really it's only going to make it worse. But now they've earned your trust, right? They've earned your trust because they're the saviors. And so the analogy that I'm going to use is when people are in abusive relationships, they either are aware of it, and they leave, right? They do something, they take action. Or they stay there because they're afraid to leave because of the consequences. Or they are aware of it and they don't want to leave because psychologically that person, the abuser, has told them that there's nowhere else they can go, that they're the ones that take care of them. And if they leave, it's going to be worse for them. So they've conditioned them to think that the abuser is their savior. And so that's what's happening on a global scale right now. So it's no wonder people are not speaking up. People are not taking action. People are not defending themselves. They're waiting for the very people that are creating all this to save them. They're never going to save them. They are putting more stuff into their subconscious programming to make them believe that, you know, by doing this, they're going to be free. By doing this, they're going to be healthier. And it's all on the contrary, because just again, like the abuser, they're never there to really help you or protect you or to make you feel safe or any of that. They're there for their own reasons, right? They're only caring about what their needs are. And so it's a narcissistic, abusive relationship, mentally, physically, spiritually. And so right now, everybody has been under this huge spell. And not only that, but it's been so repetitive that they are programmed, but then also now are in this fear energy, this fear mind spirit. And so they are not speaking up. They're afraid. They don't know where to go because the very people that are handing them their stimulus help, right? The abuse pattern. They're helping me, that they're going to give me more. And if I don't do what they say, they're not going to let me go here. I'm not free. Well, you're not free because you just gave all of that away by allowing them to continue doing that. And so once people understand that this is what's happening, they'll be able to snap out of all that programming that happened. And so yesterday, the Star Beings, said it is a very, very crucial time for us to go not just into our heart space, because that last year was everybody go back into your heart space, because it was important for everybody to be in that love vibration. And it still is very much so. But now we need to really connect our heart space with our mind, our thoughts, because critical thinking is right now is obsolete. So we bring that love into our thoughts so that the critical thinking, that third eye, the pineal gland, can think clearly again, can have free thought, and can also, just really start heightening that conscious awareness. So subconscious and conscious awareness. And so how that is going to happen is through the ways that the Star Beings told us yesterday. So I thought this was a very, very important message to bring forward, because this is going to really help just break all that. The spells is going to be gone. And also the programming that will be deleted and erased, because now that you have awareness, you have power. You have the power and the ability to start replacing the old belief system by focusing, because you have choice, You have free will. And that's the beauty of it, because once you're aware, there's no more excuses, right? Once somebody that's in a relationship that, in an abusive relationship, is aware that there is a different thing, that there is support, there is another option, then it gives them a little bit more of that sense of confidence and protection, the real type of protection that is needed, because they know they're not alone and there's something else out there that's actually good for them, that actually is going to help them get into a place that is going to help them flourish and be the best them, and that they don't have to rely or depend on somebody that is really there just to harm them and only looking out for themselves. So very important that you share this message, because I think this is where it's gonna really click for a lot and really help shift the global energy, mind, spirit of humanity. So please share this with people, and then continue to do the things, implement the things that that raise vibration. Very important. Keep your space clear. Very important. So continue to smudge, continue to dance, continue to move your body, continue to have sun, all those things that bring healing into your body naturally. Please keep doing them. And lastly, just again, connect with the people that are aware, and then slowly start implementing all these natural ways, all these heightened vibrations into the spaces of the people that are not quite there yet. So don't push things on them, but just gently sound your bowls, things like that, that are going to help them receive that same energy without saying, hey, you have to do this, because that's just going to create resistance or more fear, and we don't want them to go in that direction. So again, thank you for taking the time, and continue to, just stand your ground, continue to share information, shed your light, and please continue to pray. Please continue to pray, because that is so, oh my gosh, I can't explain that. The prayer is super powerful. And so please pray, and still continue to meditate and connect to God's source, and feel your light so that you can continue doing this work. I hope.